Hello? Is anybody there? I only have like a few people online right now. Well, by a few I mean like toast. Hello? I just want to get this finished as soon as possible. I am literally shivering for no reason. I think it's because it rained recently, but I am. I don't know if it's like from nerves or I'm just. Alright. Let's just finish this. I had a lot of trouble like figuring out the. It was really scuffed earlier. It took like 20 minutes for me to figure out why calling my grandpa wasn't working, and apparently it's the GPU thing. I don't know why it worked the first time the GPU was wrong, but you know what? Sure. I think. Oh yeah, we start again because. Oh geez, sound. We start again because I left the game like abruptly, and there's no saving thing here. So we start again. We go again through the horror. I hate my life. Okay, let's go. I excused Adrian during music class today and spoke with her about her recent string of demerits. It was our first time meeting outside of our quarterly evaluations, and I believe it went well. I can certainly understand Mrs. Richardson's classroom observations concerning Adrian's emotional state. She was, of course, intensely shy when we first met. As I understand it, she is similarly withdrawn in her classroom activities and only speaks or acts when she absolutely must. Some things she simply will not do. Instead of participating in mandatory group activities, she will sit alone and accept that she will receive a demerit. Before the meeting, I read Mrs. Richardson's parent-teacher report, which allowed me to estimate about Adrian's home life. Okay, the parents are well educated and come from a prestigious background, but they lack time to properly nurture Adrian. She's often alone, and when she is not, the parents seem to not understand the importance of warmth and affirmation when dealing with someone so young. Having two parents of disturbed and icy temperament exacts an inhibition in a child. The child's imagination is subdued, but only ostensibly, for it eventually finds its way into regular life. I surmised that I would be able to reach out to Adrian by way of make-believe. Oh, the creepy child again. How are you liking your new house? You told me you used to live close by, but it still can be a big adjustment. A new room, a new school. Nowadays. The basement. I like that. The basement? Yeah. Well, there's a lot of cool stuff. Mom and Dad sent me down there. Your mom and dad made you go. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. Well, that's not why they sent me down there, though. Ah, jeez. Why did they send you down there? Fighting. They were fighting, shouting. I came in to help and they shouted at me. They said, "Go clean up downstairs." So I went. That sounds tough. Do they fight a lot? Well, no. It's alright, Adrian. Maybe you can tell me more about the basement instead. Okay, well, it was weird at first, the stuff down there. But cool. I found something living, sort of. Oh, it's whiskers. That's very interesting, Adrian. Please tell me more. No, don't tell me more, please. By indulging her in her fantasies and stories, I was able to glean more of an understanding of Adrian's anxiety surrounding her home and her parents. Hello, Diego. I'm absolutely scared. I am terrified. I don't want to do this, but we have to finish the game. The symbols of Adrian's story seem to carry their own traumatic weight, and her exploration of the basement may very well be a vehicle for the conveyance of of her anxiety. Whatever might come of our next meeting, whether she will engage in similar make-believe, I will set down her story here. Adrian's story begins with her delving into the basement with a trash receptacle and the goal of cleaning up. Bro, why are you cleaning up? Just leave that there. She discovered one of the walls was covered in plastic bags. She went to investigate, intent on tearing away whatever they covered. Let's go. Let's speedrun this. I don't want to. Upon removing the plastic trash bags from the wall, she noticed their interior lining was covered in glass. Like a window, I offered. No, she said, like a mirror, reflecting inward towards the animal they covered. I gently asked her what exactly this animal was. Here's where the material reality of the story took a turn for the explicitly fantastic and imaginary. Oh, it's still creepy. Upon her discovery of it, at her gaze, it grew or extended. Its shaggy-haired self, hair like the fur of a dog, I offered. No, she said. Not the fur of a dog, nor the hair on the head. It grew out towards her, the animal hair, reaching out. It was hard, standing almost straight, like the hair on a brush. I don't know why people call bushes brush. Is that like that's like I'll just search it up later. Bristle, I offered. Yes, she said. She was very afraid at first, but then very curious. I asked her what else was in the room. More things hidden away, she said. Things of Grandpa's as well. First, she found a hidden passage under the stairs. Inside were strange dolls, magic objects, naked, faceless figures. I heard these cryptic utterances and merely nodded. In order to keep the game of make-believe going, I only pressed for details where I thought necessary. The faceless dolls could be a simple metaphor for the anonymity she feels in her home. The hidden passage, I am unsure of what to make of that. The revealing of the concealed seems to be thematic in her fantasy. The door under the stairs is but one example. I always stumble when there's an S in the sentence. Once she removed the panel and found the magical hidden passage, she was very specific about what she took. She found a magic book, a magic doll, a photo of her late grandpa, and magic glue. Alright, let's take the doll. A slouching doll. Its material is rough and coarse. And let's search the closet. The magic notebook. Okay, let's... Eurasian steppe shamanism and the fusiform gyrus, an interdisciplinary study in sympathetic magic, a dissertation by Jacob Hart. The impetus of this research, what is impetus? Was the recognition of a particular pattern in fragments of documents relating to magic and magico-religious practices. Numerous sources were drawn from commentaries on laws relating to the banning of sorcery and necromancy, compilations of folk charms relating to love spells, hagiographs of saints and their encounters with devils. Lists span many centuries and a great distance from the Levant to the Khazar Khaganate, okay, to the border of the modern nation states of Russia and Kazakhstan today. From the paper trail arose a consistent account about a certain form of magic relating to the binding of demons to a sorcerer's will. Okay, wow, so demonic magic. Demon called the Heaven of Needles or the Angel of Needles was known to be kept best by shamanic keepers or wards who suffer from face blindness. What's that? Prosopagnosia? whether by birth or through developmental causes like a stroke or head injury. It is known to be extremely effective but terribly dangerous, so much that it became outlawed several times and was generally a popular scapegoat relating to unexpected death. This nexus of magical religious meaning making sorcery regarding human-related desires and the history of science of neurological disorders. Okay, you know what? I won't. Let's just speedrun this. I just want to see Grandpa. Let's just start seeing Grandpa. Yeah. Just give me Grandpa. Just make me grow my Grandpa. I don't want to deal with this anymore. Why does that look like a face? That looks like a monkey's face. The note. Our picture. Oh yeah, the creepy picture of Grandpa. All clean. The space will not be dirty again until next week. Okay. I interrupted to ask what she did with those magical, mysterious materials. Grow Grandpa, she explained plainly. And then, without missing a beat, she continued on with her story. Feeling this was the opponent's symbol, I stopped her again to ask her what she meant. Somewhat puzzled, I did not understand immediately. She explained slowly. Grandpa lives in a cage in the other room. The cage behind the door. They grew people in the cage. Okay, let's check the cage. Door. Hastily written note. Enter. Beyond the door. In the room, the cage was hidden, concealed in another cloak of inward-facing mirrors. Oh, the slow animation. A hidden cage lined with mirrors. It is strange, almost poetic. The elaborate fantasy of self-reflection, concealment, captivity. Ugh. Tarp. Gimme Grandpa. Come on. Let's go, Grandpa. We aren't scared. I'm not scared. No, we're totally fine. At the cage, she finally cast her spell. But it was confusing, she confided at first. She took the magic doll, the magic glue, and the photo of her grandpa. And she combined them. And she wished very hard. I can only assume in this fantasy that next her wish would come true. And what child's story would it not? Yeah, exactly. And what child's story will not? She put Grandpa. Why is the music like this? She put Grandpa in the cage, assuming that was part of the ritual. She was not clear on how it worked. What precise instructions she could glean from her grandfather's magic book was complicated by her reading comprehension. She wished with all her heart, and then she told me she told me she waited a while for anything to happen, and after that she began to cry. I cried really hard, she said. I wanted Grandpa to be back. I wanted my parents to stop being so mean. And it hurt me. It hurt me wish for Grandpa to come back for my parents to be different. I could feel it through the walls, and it felt me through the air. I asked her what exactly she meant. She could only repeat what she said. By this time, lunch was almost over. I said goodbye to Adrienne, and she left to rejoin her class. I was left to consider our conversation. I believe the storytelling strategy I have employed was not unfruitful, but I must probe deeper if I can. Although I can't be sure of nothing I interpret, the impressions I get may begin to help me get an idea of the right questions to ask. I don't remember if there were jump scares here. I hope there aren't any jump scares. My heart is not ready for that. Knowledge you acquired this week has given you access to certain topics or keywords. You can discuss them with Grandpa. I really hate the sound. It's good, but in a terrible way. It's terrible, but in a great way. You have gained the conversation topic, wish. Consider discussing this when Grandpa emerges. You have also gained the following keyword. Oh, I hate the sound. You have gained the conversation topic, shell. Consider discussing this when Grandpa emerges. Week 2. I met again with Adrian in order to address her emotional outbursts in the past weeks. It is our second time meeting, and while it is standard practice to have multiple sessions with a troubled student, as I assemble a report for the counseling department, I could not help but think, as we sat down in my office, that Adrian already seems to show a remarkable change in self-esteem and confidence, and perhaps my and Mrs. Richardson's estimation of her as emotionally disturbed was erroneous. The paralyzing shyness and withdrawn attitude Adrian possessed last week was not entirely diminished, but she seemed to hold herself differently this week. However, this only lasted as long as our conversation pertained to initial introductory pleasantries. And when I began once again asking about her parents, her feelings regarding her new school and her new home, she quickly lost what new confidence she had gathered up and withdrew again into herself. So, once again, I partook in some collaborative make-believe, but this time I was aided by the fact that I had managed to do some research into Adrian's grandfather. I had some insight into what she might actually be finding in the basement. Now this may be overstepping my bounds some as a school counseling caseworker, but this was all in the service of making Adrian comfortable and happy in this learning environment. In any case, I was able to dig up information regarding the grandfather by inquiring at the university in town. Not that I make it a habit of sleuthing, but I had a suspicion that the grandfather was a professor there, or at least some sort of new researcher. Due to the fact that the newly constructed laboratory on the campus I drive by every day bears his name in memorial. He was some sort of anthropologist or linguist, or maybe neuroscientist. I did not have to dig that deep before the scope of his work became dizzying, and I ran up against the limits of my undergraduate education. But back to the make-believe. Oh, creepy child. Does she have long hair, or is she looks bald for some reason? What is your grandpa like? Is he a smart man? No, not anymore. But I'm teaching him. So he's grown a good deal then. You have been feeding him well. Yeah, he's getting bigger, but he has a lot of room in his cage. He's still behind the bars. Yeah, well, he might be able to climb out eventually. There's this vent in the ceiling. Well, perhaps if he climbs out, I could meet him someday. Yeah, maybe, but he's not ready to leave. He can't take care of himself. I have to feed him, pick up after him. Ah, you store the food in your lunchbox. That's nice of you to share. He can almost talk. You cannot speak with him. He doesn't have a mouth. Sort of. How do you feed him? He has a mouth on the outside, on his shell, or the stuff that is his skin. I'm a little confused. Maybe you can go through a typical day with your grandpa? Okay. Oh, jeez. Asked her to explain how exactly she goes about growing her grandpa, and Adrian began another tale. This is just a game, Sha. You're fine. You're alright. According to Adrian, in the week that had passed, much had changed in the basement. Hello, Grandpa. Yeah. Why are you building up the suspense? Wait, Grandpa, hello? It was scary at first, she said. The way he moved, the way the doll's skin covered him. I wanted to interject. This somehow seemed inappropriate, but I kept listening. Wow, Saber, I can't believe why. Get the hell away. She's playing an extremely sus game. Of course, what did you expect from me? When I look at him, she continued, when I think about him, he grows and moves. It's like he's growing for me. Oh wow, he's growing for you, huh? Alright. So he's growing bigger now, I asked. Yes, she said. Bigger every day. Oh, hello. Hi. Hi, Grandpa. I think you need to shave, maybe. This begins the actual growing part of growing your grandpa. Beneath the doll's burlap skin, the follicles knit together what resembles a proper person, your grandpa. You're in charge of its cognitive development and diet until it is able to sustain itself. Look aside, so you've been good. What's that? Good? Yeah, I'm good. I'm great, actually. Why does it include grandpas? We're playing a child that's trying to grow a grandpa, or at least like we're playing a psychiatrist who is thinking of what the child is seeing as she grows her grandpa. I think. Currently, you're observing grandpa. Please click the arrow back button below for a brief tutorial of your duties as caretaker. Okay. What? I forgot. Arrow oh, okay, this one. Here we can see a variety of options regarding growing your grandpa. Highlighted in red are objectives related to feeding and teaching grandpa. Important messages regarding grandpa's recent activity will also appear here. You'll need to find it food. Why are you calling my grandpa food? It's he, alright? It. No, sorry. Why are you calling him it? He's a he. You'll need to find him food and learning material before you can move on to the next week. Some foods will make grandpa happy, others merely content. Some food will make grandpa disgusted to the point of nausea. Okay, learning material is also scattered throughout the basement. Seek out vocabulary cards intended to help teach English and basic anthropoidic concept formation. Okay, oh, what is this? What kind of word? I'm still a child. What are you telling me? The options highlighted in red are related to navigating around Grandpa's enclosure. The Go to Grandpa option will let you perform all actions directly related to Grandpa: feeding, teaching, observing, etc. Accessing the Study Corner will let you go over any documents you pick up as the weeks go by. It's a good idea to learn about the work of the people who last occupied this space. Accessing the Kitchen Corner will let you search for food in the old refrigerator and prepare food for Grandpa if need be. The Help button will play this tutorial. Save Game button will save your current progress. You can only save one save file. You can only have one save file at a time. Okay, need that in case I really want to leave. So if you have save data, you will be asked to, if it is okay to overwrite it. As one seriously grandpa deprived kid. Yes. I don't think I never grew up with a grandpa. My grandpas died before I was born. And one of my grandpa, I think it was my paternal grandpa, he died before I was born, and my maternal grandpa died like a year after I was born. So I never grew up with a grandpa. And my grandmas were in an entirely different country from me when I was growing up. So I never really had grandparents around. And exactly, like since I don't have any grandparents around, whenever I call people gramps, it's like a very affectionate, and it's very, I guess, deep for me. Okay, let's go to the kitchen corner. Let's search the upper fridge. Lettuce, yes. He needs his vegetables. There's lower fridge. Ew, is that like a rotten banana? Brown banana. It looks edible. Grandma might like this. Okay, at least it's food. Study corner. Let's get look over documents. Exit. Oh man. What is that? What? Oh, it's cashews. That look That definitely did not look like cashews. That looked more like organs than intestines. It was sad to pass from a step to another, pressed in the ultimate origin somewhere to the south, coiled in a bowl covered in incantations, buried upside down by a graveyard, late antiquity demon trap. It was said to pass from one family of step people to another, but present on its ultimate origin, illegible, somewhere to the south, coiled in a bowl covered in incantations, buried upside down by a graveyard, a common late antiquity demon trap. That does not look like a lettuce. It's food. That looks like someone's brain. Yeah, it does look like an organ. All clean. This space will not be dirty again until next week. Who is dirtying the place? Exactly. Like, why are you not cleaning this cardboard boxes too? Like, you need to clean that stuff up. Grandpa. Grandpa. Teach Grandma this word to read in the notes of past educators. Yes, I will teach Grandpa. Best granddaughter. All clean. The space will not be dirty again until next week. It looked like someone. Oh wait, that's there's a chat over here. What? What? Okay. What is that? Okay, get that. You're such a clean person. We're so thorough. Grandpa should praise us for being this thorough. I'm getting less scared, but also, I think there are like multiple endings to this. Hopefully I get a good ending. I don't want to get killed by Grandpa. Remove the tape down fabric to reveal the cabinet's wooden bottom. Notation regarding sample exoskeletons. You begin a conversation topic, biohazard bin. Okay, yeah, no, we're not gonna talk about that with Grandpa. Excuse me? Grandpa! Hi! Oh man, you have such a big torso and small legs. We need to fix that. Observe. Examine Grandpa, noting its movements, respiration, and general mood. Grandpa seems sort of sluggish and bored. You get the feeling it may be more content and relatively cooperative once fed and taught a word or two. Let's feed Grandpa. Would you like to view the tutorial before you start? You will not be prompted again. Yes. The brief tutorial will go over the basics of feeding Grandpa by induction of your unproductive insula. What? What's an insula? Huh? Grandpa has simulated the production of tooth enamel to mimic a human mouth. They'll need to be fed through this in order to properly learn and grow. Your grandpa's pronouns, he, him, it. Yeah. First, you will need to select an item from the lunchbox. Click on the lunchbox in the bottom right corner. Display the constant display the second item from the lunchbox. Doing so will fill your hand with iron. Know that the food can be put by clicking the lunchbox with a full hand. Before Grandpa can be fed, it must judge the food by smell. Hover your hand over olfactory bulbs his nose. If Grandpa is pleased, it will allow you to feed it. Most foods Grandpa will accept, however, getting Grandpa to consume other things requires culinary deception. Okay, when Grandpa is willing to be fed, hover your hand over its mouth and click. Grandpa will then consume the food. Good luck in feeding Grandpa. Okay. Grandpa can eat me. I wouldn't mind. I'm still a child, you know. But he can grow to be something better than me. How do I click this? Give me. Hello? Hello? Approach the small windows. Okay. Hi, Grandpa. Click on the Grandpa's nostrils. Left of his mouth. This is the left, right? Okay, neutral reaction. The meal appears to have been sufficient. Alright, what else? Banana. No smell, but we'll accept it as meal. Okay, click to put back. What does he think of... Did I feed him cashews or bananas? I don't remember. Okay, let me just try the banana. Banana, do you like bananas? Okay, let me just get the bananas. The meal appears to have been sufficient. Okay, let's exit. Step away from the window set and the bars. Grandpa grunts in appreciation and locomotes towards its favorite corner. Ooh, feeding summary. Okay, let's go to Grandpa again. Would you like to... Okay, let's teach Grandpa. Library card, Grandpa. Would you like to view the tutorial before you start? You will not be prompted. Yeah, let's learn. This brief tutorial will go over teaching Grandpa pronunciation and vocalization. The vocabulary word will be in the top corner and the bottom right corner will be a pentagon that is divided up into 8 sections. The corner will highlight briefly. The notification sound will play and soon another section will be highlighted. It sounds less like feeding and more like cranial surgery. Yeah. The ball is constrained to the limits of the pentagon. The goal is to keep your icon over the highlighted area and move it as the area changes sections, okay? When you hold left click above the correct highlighted area, the icon will start to vibrate along with the simulated vocal cords and the area and the current letter of your word will begin to turn red. Okay, so just keep it over the red parts. Keep holding over the highlighted section and adjust your icon as it will change place sooner the letter will become fully red. After every letter becomes red, Grandpa will proudly pronounce the word to you and it will be considered learned. Teaching Grandpa these words will accelerate his cognitive development and lead to further breakthroughs in general intelligence. Teach the word Grandpa, yes. Hi, Grandpa. This is pretty easy. I thought it would be harder. But it's shaking a lot. I'm not doing that. You're still in the Deep within Grandpa, strange membranes, definitely. Grandpa. Having completed the lesson, you take a look at the back of the vocabulary module card and the notes there were written by administrators of the past. Grandpa, part of vocabulary and vocalization module E81 family. General pronunciation comments. Usual trouble with articulation, voice thin, raspy, possibly underdeveloped larynx. Module comments, see below. We have done several sessions of what we're calling familiar relation simulation, and I and a co-researcher. Why do you use I and A and then they never use the correct? Okay, I and a co-researcher sat in chairs opposite the enclosure. Yes, zero brain slay. Oh, shut up. I and a co-researcher sit in chairs opposite the enclosure. We are wearing the usual masks and we began to act out a scene mostly through improvisation that might roughly resemble kitchen table conversation between an immediate family. Okay. Repeated trials would reveal, although our simulated conversation was purposely vague and specific, Person identity, it's a brother, father, sister. As it soon became apparent, the encoded information associations we unconsciously drawn upon when hearing and speaking these words was being picked up by Whiskers. Oh, it's Whiskers. Yeah, the um previous grandpa. And its site type, field of reception, interception of brain mind events, semantic content. My co-researcher William, oh, something fell down. My co-researcher William noticed this is an simulation where Whiskers was given a role as a sister and he as a brother. I was the father. Whisker began responding to certain prompts with unusual specificity, as well as general pattern and timbre of speech that continued with an unusual consistency. As soon as the simulation ended, we left the enclosure area. William let me know that Whiskers was almost certainly drawing from encoded memories of his late sister, mapping out exactly what regions and centers of neural activity are intercepted by the site type field. Will take extensive neuroimaging that we do not have at the site currently. We only have less precise portable equipment. However, our experiences so far are eerily in line with folk knowledge and folk explanations regarding the being's access to desires, and we can begin to infer it has access to certain portions of the limbic system and the ventral temporal cortex. You step away from the bars and start a module card in the document table. I imagine the kid just having terrible time trying to read this. Everything. Go to grandpa. Let's teach him another word. Oh, we don't have... What? Thought we had like... Oh, okay, we can talk to him. No response. Observe. Examine grandpa. Noting his movements, respiration in general. Stuck is board. Okay. Do we have any more words to teach him? Go to study center. Shell notes. Read more. Back. Severe note. Read more. Should have another word. Magic book. Read more. Back. Use an original note. Exit. Okay, we can interact with this. Set of procedures regarding disposal and interment. Okay. What is this? Okay. All clean. This place is not all clean. What am I missing? We need one more word. Let's save the game actually. Save it. Okay. I'll go to kitchen corner. Maybe prepare the food. No. Go to study corner. Look over the documents. Termination procedure. Read more. What am I missing? All 5 cabinets are clean. Everything was here before is gone. Okay, so grandpa merged with the hairy thing. Trash pile. Try cabinet to what? Oh, corroded battery. No, we're not gonna give that to grandpa. Excuse me, he needs proper food. What is that? Hello. Okay, yeah, we can. Okay, we're good. Be Gucci. Where's the other trash? Okay, it's clean. Bulbous growth. Something appears to be growing to the wall. Ugh. While seedling sac, this slimy membrane that it's that is its skin seen to contain something. It might be open. It might be able to be opened with a blade. Okay. Cabinet. Examine. Really exploring, even though I'm scared. Ah, jeez. Blueberries. Oh, okay, that's a superfood. Grandpa will love this. What kind of food do you like, Saber? You're a grandpa. You should know what grandpa likes. Maybe you guys have favorite foods. Maybe you guys share favorite foods. What is that? Is that a face? Okay, you know what? No, we ignore you. We can't pick you up. Oh, that's another face. Why are there? Oh, okay, I think those are dolls. I think we'll open that. Let's... Door. I wonder how this kid is not getting scared. I would be scared even if I was like a small child. I would be scared of everything here. Let's teach Grandpa. Teach the word hello. Okay. Deeper than Grandpa, strange. Okay, deeper than Grandpa's strange membranes phonate confidently. Hello. Having completed the lesson, you take a look at the back of the vocabulary module card and the notes narrated by administration. Hello. Part of the vocabulary and vocalization module 8U, conversational basics, viewer, and some today is so much more determined by a diverse dynamic array of influences that attempts to mimic the thoughts and desires it passively intercepts, and these imitations go on to structure the basis of its identity. Only later in Whisker's growth cycle does it begin to form an identity or identities that are coherent and capable of resembling a sane, rational human being when engaged in conversation. One must imagine how hard it would be to converse with someone who is not yet oriented in one particular way or towards who or how they are, because they might have 20 different honest answers to those questions, all of them mixed and muddled together. I get you, Whiskers. Because of this, we have started with the basics of conversation, greetings, partings, identifying one another, forming questions, etc., etc. It is fortunate Whiskers' current growth, 19, I believe, has developed a mostly accurate human mouth simulation. Hello was a bit of a challenge in the previous growth, as it had failed to develop an adequate organ to act as a human tongue. You step away from the bars and store the module card at the... Okay, let's... Grandpa, hi! Grandpa accedes to your request. It approaches the bars and begins to unknit its skin. Then her grandpa, though still not fully formed, is revealed, and may be fruitful to speak with it if it didn't respond. Whoa! Ask about wish. I've heard Grandpa gurgles a fragment and thought through its ill-formed lips. Mother, Father, new lives out of the air. The dark spiny filaments that make up the majority of Grandpa's body begin to oscillate rapidly. The air behind your eyes, I can taste it. What? The air behind my what? With a great deal of effort, Grandpa gurgles fragmented thoughts through its ill-formed lips. Skin. The skin. My body, all human skin around me. Give more. Grow more to fit. Okay, you want human skin? Okay, sure, I'll give you human skin. Grandpa, anything for you? How do I get out of here? Do I have goodbye, yeah. Listen back into the show. Observe. Simon Grandpa noting its movements, respiration, general mood. Grandpa appears content and ready to cooperate. Okay. I think that should be fine. Let's save here. And let's end week. What the what are you doing? Oh. Would you like to end the week? Yes. Let's go back to our psychiatrist. Our school person. What's counselor? Knowledge you acquired this week has given you access to a new conversation topic to discuss with Grandpa. Language. Mrs. Richards, I thought her name was Mrs. Richardson, was it? Approached me the other day in order to remark on Adrian's development. She noted how much more at ease he appeared when called upon in class or when asked to participate in group exercises. I just swallowed air for some reason. Or when asked to participate in group exercises, I told her I had seen this change happening as well, and that as much as I would like to take credit for it, I can only guess dimly at what might be reshaping her attitude. If I had a grandpa like that, I'd bring a shot. Oh, excuse me? Are you judging how my grandpa looks? At least he doesn't look like a basic... You know what, I won't continue that. Mrs. Richards posited that it was perhaps Adrian's family moving into their grandpa's property that caused the change. It apparently isn't in the country in a wooded area. A full of wide open space and far from the bustle and noise of the city. The grandfather, Dr. Oh, so he's the one that wrote the book, had jointly purchased the land with the university he was employed with and began constructing what he was intending to be a satellite campus for a burgeoning Genshin psychological anthropology program he had a hand in establishing. Now, geez. Only one building ever ended up being constructed after Dr. Hart died in a car accident when driving back from the property one day. Eerily, almost at this exact same time, a grad student who was assisting Dr. Hart on some sort of project at the property vanished without a trace. Oh, is that graduate like Whiskers? The property sat in disuse for years as it was tied up in legal battles between Dr. Hart's next of kin, the university, the vanished grad student's family, and the other students Dr. Hart was working with. Eventually, the case was settled out of the court. Only recently did the property fall into the possession of Adrian's mother. Obviously, I was not going to relay this whole tragic story to Adrian, who, for all I know, believes her grandpa is to still be living in the basement of his home. Besides, I thought you might already know all of this. Perhaps the elaborate story she was constructing was her own way of escaping the morbid details of a life, or perhaps lives cut short by the cruel force of fate and the cynical adults who squabbled in the aftermath. Oh, I skipped something. When I saw Adrian, I did not bring up her grandpa or ask questions about his growth. Adrian could not stop talking about it, however. I had no choice but to weather her bizarre and enthusiastic effusions about her new best friend. Oh man, child. Hello, child. Adrian, maybe we can talk about something else. I'm not sure I'm following you exactly. He's gotten so big. He has so many whiskers that come out, and I can see them move around when I think about him. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm so happy Grandpa is back. He's so much cooler than Mom and Dad. That's cooler than your... What? How, is your mom and dad... Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna insult my grandpa. Grandpa's cool. Grandpa is different, but he's still cool. Oh, once again, for what it's worth, I have put down the story she told me as best as I could. Adrian once again told me about growing her grandpa. Grandpa! Tadaima! Tadaima! Okay, let's go to the study corner. Let's search the file cabinets. Who is putting stuff in the file cabinets again? I just cleaned this place last week. Oh, so Adrian is so indulgent. I would never clean stuff up if it gets dirty again like this. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3. Whoever made the textures for the trash, kudos to you. Everything about this game is creepy actually. Every texture is creepy. There's nothing in here? Okay. Nothing here. Kitchen corner. Who's putting the food here? Pear. Lower fridge. What is this? Strawberry. Yes, you should love strawberry. Strawberries are great. Unless it's like sour. I don't really like sour strawberries. Let's go outside actually. And let's trash pile. Why is the music so terrible in this place? Those foods look scarier than the grandpa itself. Exactly. Every texture here is just terrifying. I don't know how I'm staying calm. I think I just learned to accept grandpa and how he looks. What is that? Oh, kiwi. 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 Oh. Trash pile. Search trash pile. Oh, that's also trash. Okay. What is that? Potato. Potato. Oh, what is it? What is that? Fiberglass insulate. Okay. Life. Okay. We need one more thingy. I think I said life too loudly. Sorry if I... Oh, jeez. Search painting? What is that? Folder full of radiographic images. Oh, we can check that in the study corner. Examine. Something about the painting looks strange. Cabinet. Top drawer. Oh man, the drawer filled with faces. How big is your trash can, girl? How are you fitting everything? Alright, I'll clean. Bottom drawer. Can't open that yet. Cabinet? No. Trash can built different. For real. Some trash cans just can be filled infinitely. Like the void. Okay. Examine. Slouching under the weight of the rot and refuse. What is underneath? Examine. The hairy thing is your grandfather. Let's go to study corner and examine them. Use of the radiographic images found in the machine's display power. Wow. Propagation 21, day 19 after dormancy. Notes in detail. Participant still chamber. Bring up. It's technically deathless, yes, but we're burning up whatever knowledge it's gained when we incinerate it. I don't believe in magic just yet. Oh, they killed it. Oh, Whiskers was rendered unconscious by fumigation. Okay. Kid, are you still not traumatized? How is the kid going through this normally? Go to Grandpa. Ooh, he's a lot hairier. Examine Grandpa, noting his movement, respiration, breathing slightly, and his skin overly dry. It may need food packed with vitamin C, a kiwi fruit. Okay, let's go. Let's feed Grandpa. Kiwi, kiwi. See that? But okay, eat it. Kiwi, kiwi. The meal appears to have been sufficient. Sufficient. What else? Soft brown pear. I want to feed him something that he might like. Blueberries. Find this palatable. He doesn't like it, I guess. Do you like pears? Something different. He doesn't like fruits, I think. Do you like strawberries? He doesn't like strawberries as well. Do you like potato? Oh, you gotta like potatoes, don't you? No? What? Do you like fiberglass insulation? What kind? Do you like? I guess he likes meat. I don't know his pronouns, but I call him Grandpa. So, let's give you the cash. Actually, what? Let me just exit this and let's observe Grandpa first. And then Grandpa. First content. Okay, let's feed Grandpa again. Let's feed him blueberries. Okay. Oh, we need to feed him one more time. Okay, go to Grandpa. Feed. Let's give him the cashews. Cashew. Oh, and I really want to just end this game. Grandpa grunts in appreciation and locomotes towards his favorite corner. Alright, let's go to Grandpa. Let's teach Grandpa. Vocabulary, life. Teach the word life. You're opposed to small window set. Okay. Ooh, I can't. Nice. He has a very deep voice. Having completed the lesson, you take a look at the back of the vocabulary module card and notes for life. Part of vocabulary and vocalization module P29 concept formation. We go growth number 24 whiskers. Okay, so they're all whiskers. There were like above 20 whiskers. Okay. Teach Grandpa. Where else can we get trash pile? Already search this trash pile. Already search cabinet, the top drawer, the bottom drawer. Doesn't have anything. Trash pile. Search trash pile. Okay, this trash pile. Ooh, what is that? Simple paper doll. This might be useful in construction of magic symbols. Indecision. That's a very difficult word, but we will try. Oh, there we go. I hate the music. Why is it so creepy? Alright, Grandpa, let's learn another word. Indecision. Yeah. Make it small digestible food and eat I don't want to make him eat fiber. What if he turns into a robot and then he kills us? Semantic content by your side field is still become model and substitute. Okay. With the clear mind. Okay. Go to Grandpa. Communicate. Communication. The inner grandpa, though still not fully formed and is revealed, it may be fruitful to speak with it if it can respond. Oh, it's still. Oh, did he grow? I'm not sure. Hate to go, but have a good time, everyone. Okay, bye bye. Hunger is not enough. On the walls of the cave Orok can be hunger transformed. Desires was filled by pain. Oh, he's a masochist. Your grandpa doesn't have the right words. Right now, I can only say, "Oh, I love you too, Grandpa." Love is not enough, though. Desire is not enough. Project it outwards. Make it true to yourself. If only in symbol, then it will be enough. For me and for you. Oh, Grandpa. That's about Grandpa's shell. Grandpa still struggles somewhat to speak. Something to grow in. My skin is not the doll skin. My skin is not like your skin either. I can still feel your eyes on me inside. My shell. I have many eyes to see, but I don't... Did we give him our eyes? But I don't need them as much as I need your eyes, with which I can understand as seeing me. There is a cycle of attention. You give me and myself, but I'm still not that. Slowly I form a human shape, and you see me before as human, and I become that. Ask about language. Grandpa still struggles to somewhat speak due to his undeveloped tongue, jaw, however it manages to wrestle an answer. Grandpa is old. My lives were easier before I made myself to speak and before you made clothes to wear and rules to obey. Your grandpa remembers. I have learned much in many lives and deaths. Keep speaking with me. I love talking with you. Aww, and learning from you. It helps your grandpa so much. Soon, I will be everything you would like me to be. Aww. Goodbye. Grandpa silently descends back into the shell. Oh, Grandpa, this is so wholesome. Why is this horror game wholesome? I think that's it. Let's end the week. Explore the basement. We don't need to. I really hate this basement. Let's end the week. Would you like to end the week? Weekly summary. Pear, strawberry, kiwi, potato. Documents acquired. Yeah. Week 4. That's 1 month. We have our grandpa for a month now. I think I'll end stream soon because we've been streaming for an hour now. So after this week, I can finally rest. However, something in the odd, occasionally grotesque stories she continues to bring up to me still strike me as meaningful. How's your week been, Adrian? Grandpa is almost ready. He's almost finished. Well, sort of. Ah. He's almost as big as his shell now. He has a face, and he can talk pretty well, and almost has legs. I see. I see. As before, I have put down the story she told me as best as I could. Once again, Adrian told me about growing her grandpa. Let's go see Grandpa first. Grandpa! Tadaima! Oh, he has like a formish now. Observe. He's having Grandpa noting his movement. Why does he use its for him? Grandpa seems fatigued and almost anemic. Some of its spines appear brittle. Perhaps it would be more cooperative if it fed iron-rich meal like meat. I don't like him when he looks more human, actually. I would prefer the monster version. Let's go to the kitchen corner. Apple. What is that? Jackfruit. Let's go outside to the trash. Okay, I've seen this. Go to the study corner first, and let's clean the study corner. I feel like we get nothing new here, and we only get new stuff from the trash pile. We'll test the theory, I guess. Man, I'm getting hand cramps. Oh, jeez. Clean up. All clean. Alright. Last one. Yeah, I don't think we get anything yet. We don't get anything here. Let's go outside. We need something sharp. How do I... Trash pile. What is that? Bar soap. This isn't really food. Grandpa might eat it, however. Why would I feed him soap? Maybe he wants to like whiten his inside. It's like a whitening soap. Like those Filipino whitening soaps. Okay, so the shadow corner nerves you. Can I swear with a phone light? Cabinet. Ooh, meaning. What is Grandpa's meaning? To serve me as the grandpa? It should be. Anything else is unacceptable. Grandpa should only love me, and me alone. There's so much trash now. I'm not even bothered by the faces anymore. I've gotten desensitized. You will one day be John Cena. I wouldn't mind Grandpa John Cena, honestly. There's so many bulbous growths now. How do I open those? There's nothing here. Did you guys hear about like the Niji Sanji member graduating? I think it was Yugo. I don't really follow Noctix or just Niji that much. Where do we get meat? From the bulbous growths? But we don't have anything sharp. Another symbol. I barely follow their news. Yeah, same, honestly. I do want to audition for them, but I don't really follow the current VTubers that are in there. Oh, what is that? Mushroom. On the gourmet grind. Got a achievement. How do we open those bulbous thingies? Are there knives here? we don't have meat to feed. We don't have meat to feed him. No. Okay, let me just check what foods are. What fruit are rich in iron? Ooh, strawberries. Okay, we can give strawberries if we still have one. Watermelon, raisins, figs. Okay. Go to Grandpa. Feed Grandpa. Okay, still looks the same. Thank goodness. I don't want to see a man here. Oh, we don't have any. Oh, strawberries. There we go. With your reaction, and we'll see that now, but that is all. What else? Dates, raisins, prune juice, olives, mulberries. Egg, shellfish, poultry. Those are all. Lentils, other beans, nuts. Oh, nuts. Do we have any nuts? I don't think we have nuts. Pumpkins, sesame, hemp, flax seeds, cashews. We already gave him our cashews. Vegetables, leafy greens. We already gave that tomato paste. Oh, potatoes, yes. Oh, and mushroom. Okay, mushroom. Those are all high in iron. That should be enough for you, Grandpa. Okay, let's exit. We step away from the window guys. I appreciate it, my comments. But the Grandpa. Oh, jeez. He is tall. But he's not sitting anymore. Observe. Another situation, same fatigue, almost anemic. Teach Grandpa. Meaning. Okay, there we go. Meaning. Metacognition, higher thought. I really like the categories. They're so complicated and oh, he's sitting again. Observe. We don't have any meat. Let's teach Grandpa. Symbol. Yes. This is gonna sound so weird when I watch the VOD. I'm gonna cringe at myself. The condition higher thought. Alright, go to Grandpa. He won't communicate. He doesn't want to we didn't feed him meat. Grandpa, how do I feed you meat if I don't have anything sharp? I'm glad you like me speaking that way. How do we... Trash. Cabinet, trash pile. Search painting. There's nothing. Trash pile. Oh, glue. Bubbles to growth. How do you open those? Waste here smells just particularly strong. Okay, we're gonna end it here because I want to know how to get meat, and I'll probably search that up first. That was a chaotic stream, kind of a bit chill in comparison to the other streams, but you know, hopefully you finish this next time. I want to end this as soon as possible. I don't want to grow Grandpa further. Grandpa scares me sometimes. Okay, I think I feel a lot better now. I'm not as scared as before. Thank goodness. Thank you guys for coming, and I'll play this after I do my model because I'm getting L2D soon, and I'm gonna finish a bunch of comms. Whew. After a break, we'll continue growing our grandpa. I hope. Saber, you have to be there. You're the OG grandpa. You have to be there to see the grandpa growing. All right. Okay. Bye bye.